Welcome to today's session on zeros of polynomial. So students, as we have discussed earlier that what do you mean by polynomial? Polynomial is something where the degree is in the whole number, right? And after that, we have discussed about the terms and coefficient and many more things you can see in my previous lecture. Now, students, today we are going to start off with the zeros of polynomial. Zeros of polynomial. Now, student, before starting the zeros of polynomial, we should know that what will be the value of the polynomial. What will be the value of the polynomial? So, this is the subtopic inside the zeros of polynomial. So, value of polynomial. Now, for example, if there is a polynomial is given, for example, if there is a polynomial which is 4x square or 4x cube minus 2x square plus 2x minus 2. So this is the polynomial. Now what will be the value of the polynomial? So for that, if I take the variable value as 1, for example, for x is equals to 1, then what will be the value of this polynomial? So student, for this, what I need to do is, wherever x is given, you need to put the value of x as 1. For example, this is 1 cube minus 2x. So 1 square plus 2 into 1 minus 2. So which is nothing but 4 minus 2 plus 2 minus 2. So over here, this is 4 plus 2 is 6 and 6 minus 4 is 2. So the value of polynomial for x, for this polynomial, which is known as p of x, the polynomial for p of x where x is equals to 1, the value will be 2. Now, with this thing, you can also get the value for other x terms. For example, what if I am taking for x is equals to 0? For x is equals to 0, then what will be the value of this polynomial? So again, 4 0 cube minus 2 into 0 square plus 2 into 0 minus 2. So you know that anything multiplied by 0 is nothing but 0 minus 0 plus 0, and then finally we have minus 2. So for p of x where x is equals to 0, the value will be minus 2. So from your side, you can also try the same thing for x is equals to 1, x is equals to minus 1, minus 2, 1, 1 we have already done, 2, 3, and so on. So for a specific value, for the specific number, what's the value of the polynomial we are getting? It is known as the value of polynomial. So for the definition perspective, the value of polynomial, the value of polynomial, the value of polynomial obtained by putting a particular value of the variable is called value of polynomial. Now let's see other example also. Let's see other examples. For example, example number 2 is, suppose if I am putting q is qy, which is the polynomial value, the polynomial is 2y cube minus 2y plus root 10. Now I want the value of this polynomial at y is equals to 2. At y is equals to 2. So what we need to do is, we need to put the value of y is equals to 2 in this polynomial. So this would be 2 into 2 cube minus 2 into 2 plus root 10. So what will be the answer? This 2 and 2 cube is 8 minus 2 into 2 is 4 plus root 10. So over here, the answer would be 2 into 8 is 16 minus 4 is 12 plus root 10. Right? So you can try many more from your side, like value of this polynomial at y is equals to 0, y is equals to minus 1, y is equals to minus 2. Do practice it and let me know in the comment section. Now students, let's try one more example. Example number 3. Suppose there is a polynomial which is p of r is equals to 4r square minus 2r plus 6. Now what if I'll be putting that r is equals to a. I am putting r is equals to a at r is equals to a. Then what will be the value of this polynomial? So same, we need to do the thing over here also. So 4 of a square minus 2a plus 6. So this one would be 4a square minus 2a plus 6. So this one will be the value of the polynomial. Now students, now let's see the zero of polynomial. If you got this topic, which is value of polynomial, now coming to the zero of polynomial. Now student, first of all, let's take one polynomial which is 3x plus 6. So this is a polynomial, right? Now for this polynomial, if we will equate this polynomial with 0, so what will be the value I'll be getting for the x? So if we'll solve this, we will get 3x is equals to minus 6, because plus 6, if it is coming this side, so it will become minus 6. So x is equals to minus 6 by 3, which is minus 2, right? So x is equals to minus 2. Now what do you mean? This means that if in this polynomial, which is 3x plus 6, if you are putting the value of x as minus 2, you will get 0. Let's verify this. So if we are putting 3x as minus 2 plus 6 is equals to 0. So 3 into minus 2 is minus 6 plus 6 is equals to 0. So 0 is equals to 0. LHS is equals to RHS. And for zeros of polynomial, this is what we require. So for this equation, the zero of this polynomial will be x is equals to minus 2. Now for the definition purpose, you can write it down that the zero of polynomial, zero of a polynomial which is, I am considering the polynomial as p of x, right? P of x is a number such that p of a is equals to 0. We are equating the polynomial with 0. So 0 of a polynomial is called as root of the polynomial also. You shouldn't forget this thing, that the 0 is nothing but the root as well. It is also known as the root as well. You will be getting more type of question in the next chapter about the roots and as well as the root in the class 10th for the quadratic equation. Now let's solve many more question, many more example with respect to the zeros of the polynomial. Now student, for example, there is a question which is find the okay, verify whether -2 and 2 are zeros of polynomial t square minus t minus 6. Now we should verify whether they are the zero or not. So for that, what are we going to do? We need to equate this polynomial with 0 and at the place of t, we should put -2. Let's try with -2 first. At minus at -2. So what are we going to do? The polynomial is t square minus t minus 6. So what are we getting? -2 square minus t, sorry, minus of -2 and then -6. So this one -2 square is 4 and this is also 4. This is also 2 because minus into minus is plus and then -6. So this is 6 minus 6 which is 0. So that means that yes, -2 is a zero of the polynomial. Therefore, yes, -2 is a zero of polynomial t square minus t minus 6. Right? Let's check for the polynomial whether z2 is a zero of polynomial or not. So again, whatever we did in the last previously, that now at 2. So over here, this is the equation. This is the polynomial, which is t square minus t minus 6. Now over here, wherever t is there, you should replace t with 2. So 2 square minus 2 minus 6. So this is 4 minus 2 minus 6. 4 minus 2 minus, this is minus 6. So 4 minus 8, this would be minus 4. So therefore, what is the conclusion? If you are not getting -4, which is not equals to 0, right? So for that, 2 is not a polynomial of t square minus t minus 6, right? So this is what the example is. Let's solve one more question or one more example with little bit difference. Now, if the question is that if x is equals to 2, if x is equals to 2 is a root of polynomial. They are giving that x is equals to 2 is already a root of polynomial. So x is equals to 2 is a root of polynomial. Now what is the polynomial? Which is f of x is equals to 2x square minus 3x plus 6a. And what is given? Find the value of a. Find the value of a. Now over here, student, they are already telling that x is equals to 2 if we are having, then we need this polynomial is a x is equals to 2 is a root of this polynomial, which is 2x square minus 3x plus 6a. So what are we going to do is we need to equate this thing with 0 to get the value of a. So wherever x is there, we need to replace the x with 2. So 2 of 2 square minus 3 of 2 plus 6a, and you need to equate it with 0 because they are already telling that it is a root. So with this we'll get 2 square is 4, so 2 into 4 minus 3 into 2 plus 6a is equals to 0. 2 into 4 is 8 minus 6 plus 6a is equals to 0. So this one would be 2 plus 6a is equals to 0. So 6a is equals to minus 2. So a is equals to minus 2 by 6, which is minus 1 by 3 if we'll simplify it. So a is equals to minus 1 by 3. So this is where we get the value. From your side, you can try for other things also. Let's do one more question, which is find the zero of equation g of x is equals to 4x plus 5. Zero of polynomial 4x plus 5. Now how we'll find the zero of this polynomial? So nothing we need to do. We just need to equate this thing with 0. So 4x plus 5 is equals to 0. So 4x is equals to minus 5. So x is equals to minus 5 by 4. So this is what the zero of this polynomial or the root of the polynomial. Now students, over here you need to remember few of the important points for the polynomial. The first important point, so important point for zeros of polynomial. So the first important point, if I am giving one polynomial which is p of x is equals to x square, then what will be its zero? So this will be nothing but, if we'll equate this, x square is equals to 0. So we'll get x is equals to 0 only, right? X is equals to 0. So that means the first conclusion we are coming here, that 0 may be the zero of polynomial. Right? 0 may be the zero of polynomial. Now let's see one more important point, that suppose students, we are having one polynomial which is 3x plus 6. So how we'll find the zero of this polynomial? We'll be having 3x, which is f of x is equals to 3x plus 6. So what we need to do to find the zero? It is 3x plus 6 is equals to 0. So 3x is equals to minus 6. X is equals to minus 6 by 3, which is minus 2. So the zero of this polynomial will be x is equals to minus 2. So you need to remember one thing, that whenever there is a linear polynomial, the zero will always be unique and it will always be fixed whenever it is a linear polynomial in one variable. So you know that what is linear polynomial, where the degree of the polynomial will be 1 and there will be only one variable, either it is x or y, only one is allowed. So for that, the conclusion over here will be every linear polynomial with one variable has unique or fixed zero. Unique or fixed zero, right? So this is what the other thing is. Now let's check the last main point. So students, suppose I am giving one polynomial which is f of x is equals to 3. So what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? F of x is equals to 3. So can I write f of x is equals to 3 as 3 is equals to 3 into x to the power of 0? 3 into x to the power. It's a polynomial, right? Because x to the power of 0, 0 is a whole number. That's why it is making a this is making a polynomial. And we know that whatever the value is there, if the power is 0, that means it is 1 only. So that is 3 into 1. So with that, what will be the conclusion? What will be the conclusion? So the conclusion will be every non-zero constant polynomial, non-zero constant polynomial has no zero. It does not have any zero. It will not have any zero, right? So this is what the main thing is. Got it? I hope you like this. That's all for today's session. I hope you all understood the topic. Keep practicing and I'll see you at the next time. If you have any doubt, please keep me posted and please contact me through my Urban Pro profile. That's all. Thank you so much.